Uh, First of all, I need to say that Neurosoft company produces EEG machines since 1992, and a few years ago, 2 years ago, to be correct, we launched a new series of EEG machines. It's 6 generations of EEG machine, and it is not only one machine, it is a series of 5 devices. And now I'll describe you each of them. First of all, it is the most simple device, Neuron-Spectrum-65, or it can be used like Neuro monitor. It has only 9 up to 11 reference EEG channels, but also it has additional 4 bipolar channels. It has additional respiration channels for thermistor sensor. It has built-in stimulators, flash and pattern stimulator, and it can use external audio stimulator. Also, this device has operation button with indication of selected mode, impedance monitoring or recording. Available references of this device is ear electrodes or separate ref electrode or also CZ electrode. This device is also USB powered, so you need only one USB cable to connect it to your computer, or it is also can be connected to the computer through the Ethernet or through the LAN with a special adapter. It is not a very big amount of EEG channels on this device, but anyway, it can be used for EEG recording. It can be used for cerebral function monitoring. It also can be successfully used for neurofeedback trainings and for evoked potentials and event-related potentials recording. Next device of this series is Neuron-Spectrum-64. It is the same, very similar device, but it has from 17 up to 19 reference EEG channels. So this device you already can use for video EEG monitoring and for EEG at intensive care units. Next device, 63, has from 19 to 21 reference EEG channels. It already has 6 bipolar channels, additional channels, and all other channels are the same. And this device you already can use in epilepsy monitoring units for long-term video EEG monitoring. Next device, Neuron-Spectrum-64. It has full range of EEG channels according to 1020 system. It can record from 21 up to 25 reference EEG channels. It has additional 2 EOG channels and 6 additional bipolar channels. And the last device of this series is Neuron-Spectrum-65. It has from 32 up to 39 reference EEG channels. It has 2 separate EOG channels and 3 separate EMG channels for chin, for example. It has 8 additional bipolar channels and has 11 additional reference channels, which can be used as bipolar channels, for example, for polysomnographic examinations. Also, these channels can be used as direct current channels for connected different type of sensors from other suppliers, for example. And this device can be also used for PSG. But if you need more channels, you can use a doublet device with 2 units. Both of them should be connected via USB, and in this case, you will be able to use these devices as one multi-channel device. For example, in this case, in case of Neuron-Spectrum-65, 2 units, you will be able to record up to 92 channels in total. And this combination can be used for invasive EEG recordings, for example, for stereo EEG and grids and strips electrodes. Now a few words about specification. It's quite good specification for modern EEG device because we used new technologies and new techniques for producing this device. For example, a sampling rate of these devices can be set up to 60 kilohertz per channel. It is quite big. It can be used for not only EEG, but also for evoked potentials. And it is very useful when you use invasive EEG recording for recording high frequency oscillations, for example. Another advantages of this device is analog to digital converter capacity. It is 24 bits for this device. And also the important fact that all channels of this device can be used both in AC and DC mode. Frequency range of this device is also very wide. It is from 0 up to 600 Hertz. It is quite wide and allows you to record not only a typical EEG, but also, for example, high frequency oscillations and high frequency rhythms of the brain. Amplitude measurement range is also quite wide. It's plus minus 350 millivolts. It's bigger, much bigger than all previous EEG machines, and this allows you to record even high amplitude signals. But a level of internal noise is much more lower than previous machines. In this device, it's lower than 1.4 microvolts. It's peak to peak. Also, these devices can use impedance measurement not only offline but also online impedance measurement, when you can see if some electrodes have not so good impedance during the recording. Also, as I mentioned before, this device has the special button for switching between different modes like impedance measurement, monitoring, and recording. And also here we have the indication of current mode of the device. Also, this device have a separate dedicated ref electrode for reference electrode, and you can use ear electrodes and central electrodes also for reference electrode. Also, this device has a built-in flash stimulator and built-in pattern stimulator for flash stimulation or for evoked potentials, for example, and you can use external audio stimulation. Also, device has the special connectors for electrode cap. If you will use electrode cap, you will just connect only one cable to the device. And also, device can be used with external SpO2 unit if you use it for PSG, for example, and external cannula respiration channel. Here is a built-in thermistor channel for respiration. Also, device has such modern feature as impedance indication direct on touch-proof connectors. I'll show you on real device how it looks like. And all these features, now let's compare with a previous generation device of EEG machines. Here you can see our 4th generation machine, 5th generation machine, and new 6th generation machine. As for a number of EEG channels, you can see that here we can get more EEG channels as our previous machines. As for number of additional bipolar channels, we also have here twice more channels in new generation than in previous generations. As for number of direct current channels, here we have 6 separated direct current channels, but actually each channel can be used both as alternative current as direct current channels. So here we have much more DC channels than all our previous generation machines. And as for use pair of device, you can use pair of Neuron-Spectrum-64, 63, 65, which you have. You can use pair device and you can get much more channels than on previous machines. As I told before, this device, new device, can use online impedance measurement. It's a new feature. And also we have impedance indication direct on touch-proof sockets, not like in previous devices like ED matrix. We have a special button and indicator, as I told before. And now let's compare the specifications. For example, sampling rate, now we have up to 16 kilohertz per channel. In previous devices, you can see 2 kilohertz and 5 kilohertz. We have 24 bits ADC comparing with 16 bits. It's all of these parameters are increasing EEG signal quality. Even in not very good condition, in noisy condition, you can record a very good EEG traces. Wide frequency band from 0 to 600 hertz. Comparing to previous devices, you can see it's much more wider. And the same for amplitude range. We now get much more wider amplitude range, but level of internal noise become lower than on our previous machines. It also means that you will get better traces with worse conditions. So thanks to their outstanding technical specifications, the new generation of EEG machines can make registration easier and make quality of EEG more higher than previous machines. And also such features as buttons and indications directly on a unit allows assistant or nurse to make recording much more faster and easier than before. And that is not all. From new technical parameters, we go through to new possibilities. For example, now we are available to record TMS plus EEG study. These new machines are TMS plus EEG ready, and you can record EEG even during magnetic stimulation of the brain. It is a very hard task, and no one previous EEG machine can record EEG in such conditions. Now this new generation can record it and can do it quite good. Here you can see results of averaging, evoked potentials from magnetic stimulation. Here's another one picture from our test laboratory. And the other advantages of new machine, thanks to this technical specification, that now we can record high frequency oscillations, not only EEG in a typical frequency range, but also high frequency waves, like up to 500 hertz, for example, or even higher. This is also new possibilities which are not allowed in our previous machine. And I can say that it is not the limit, and Neurosoft company always try to improve its products. Now also I would like you to show a little bit our software, how we can perform EEG recording. I just start EEG software on my computer. Here also I have Neuron-Spectrum-65 machine connected to my computer. And now I'll show you how to start a new examination and how to analyze EEG very briefly. For example, to start, you can use these toolbar buttons, or you can use these commands on start page. For example, here you can see different templates for a different type of EEG examinations. Here you can see routine EEG, video EEG monitoring, evoked potentials, cerebral function monitoring. So according to your task, you can start a new examination in one of these templates, or you can generate your own exam template. So let's start new examination in routine EEG. Here is the patient card. You can put patient name, patient age, and so on. And I can say that this form is fully customizable, and you can change visibility of all these elements, fields. You can add your own, you can change size, and so on. This window is fully customizable examination. And I can show you how we can use this one button on our unit. On my first press of the button, software switch on impedance measurement. You can see how it perform here on touch-proof sockets. In this moment, nurse or assistant can put EEG electrodes on the patient, and when all electrodes will be green, it means that all electrodes have a good impedance, and now we can start recording. And on my second press on this button, software switch to monitoring mode, where I can see the quality of traces. Now for sure we have only noise on our traces because we have no patient connected to the device, but it is only for demo. And for my third press of this button, I can switch to acquisition mode. Now you can see that we start recording, and on the bottom part of the window you can see a functional tests button. For example, by default we start with background test, then we can start open eyes test, then close eyes test, and so on, with flash stimulation, after flash stimulation, hyperventilation, and after hyperventilation. I can set that in this software we can perform all these tests in automatical mode using only this button. And also we have a special recording wizard and analyze wizard, which can help you to record and analyze EEG in fully automatical mode. Now let's switch to a real EEG recording, and I'll show you how to review and analyze such EEG examination and how to prepare a report. Okay, now we can see EEG traces recorded from our patient. It's a real patient with epileptical activity in the brain. And now we can use such tools for navigation like mouse wheel. I can scroll my traces forward and backward with my mouse wheel. Also, if you can see my mouse, I can press my left mouse button on button part of the traces like this and move from page to page forward or backward if I press mouse here. And also you can see navigation line under the trace where I also can navigate through my EEG traces. Here you can see that epileptical activity starts in this area. What else we can use for example, measurement of EEG? First of all, with Shift key, you can use like this tool where you can measure time and amplitude of selected area. For example, if you need to measure, for example, this wave, you can press Shift button and just move your mouse and check that it is 135 millisecond, and the amplitude is 67 microvolts. The second tool you can use like this zoom tool for better reviewing EEG traces. Or also we have the special wave measurement mode. Using this mode you can just measure selected wave, only one wave. When you press mouse button, you will measure the amplitude and the frequency of selected wave. Or you can just select the fragment of one trace and you will get even spectrum graphs of this selected area. As for epileptical form activity, we have the special window for epileptical activity. And here I'll show you how it works. For example, I know that we have some epileptical activity on this patient, on this examination, but I don't know where it is. And it takes me a lot of time to review all this long examination to find where is spikes, where is sharp waves and other epileptiform activity. The software can help me with automatical search. It is very fast. And now you can see that I get these green selected areas with some episodes with spikes and sharp waves. For example, here you can see software select sharp and slow wave activity. And also here you can see where the epileptical seizure starts. Here is epileptical seizure, another one, and here is go. Also, using this table, you can see number of spikes, sharp waves by each duration, or you can even view it on maps. Maps you can use two-dimensional or three-dimensional maps in this way. And you can very easy to understand where is sharps located on the brain area. Also here you can see all list of all selected episodes which software select. You can, for example, change selection if you don't agree with the software like this, or you can remove it if it is if you not agree with the software, for example, like this. And then when you prepare the report, you will get information not only about EEG traces, but also about, now we have now functional tests. Okay, let's make it like this. We will define this as a functional tests, background, for example, and then prepare our report. And in this case, we will get information not only about EEG traces, but also about our visual phenomena. Here in this part, you can see how many visual phenomena were selected, what is the index, what is the location of epileptical activity. And more than that, you can, for example, copy some EEG traces to the report if you want to see them, you see. Or you can also copy some maps to your report also. And you will get all this information in your report. So I think it is all I wanted to show you.